a wonderful, huge welcome for Tom Ball and Kenny Sultan.
Thanks, everybody. Good to be back. Beautiful Fairgrounds.
Yeah, got good weather this year. That's great. I remember some of the spring festivals up there at Mather when it snowed. If y'all remember those things, that was pretty slippery. I had a good excuse for falling down.
Now he doesn't.
Moonlight is my spread. I'm not ashamed, but ain't that good. 'Cause I've been living with the blue. Everything down, you know just how I feel. Feel like an engine, ain't got no driving wheel. And I'm not ashamed, yes, ain't that new. 'Cause I've been living with the blue. Well, I let rocks have been my pillow. The cold ground had to be my bed. The blue skies have been my blanket, baby. And the moonlight has been my spread. Well, if you don't think I'm singing, look what a hole I'm in. You don't think I love you, look what a fool I've been. I'm not ashamed, yes, ain't that news. 'Cause I've been living with the blue. Have been my pillow. The cold ground had to be my bed. The blue skies have been my blanket, baby. And the moonlight has been my spread. Well, if you don't think I'm singing, look what a hole I'm in. You don't think I love you, look what a fool I've been. I'm not ashamed, yes, ain't that news. I've been living with the blue. I'm not ashamed, yes, ain't that a lot of news? 'Cause I've been living with the blues. I'm not ashamed, yes, ain't that a lot of news? 'Cause I've been born with the blues.
Good to be back.
Yeah.
So who got here? Who got here yesterday?
Oh, all right.
Oh man, that's a new thing.
You are the hardcore. God bless you.
We only remember Camp Mather. If you got there the day before, you had that road that was a mile long, and everyone camped on that.
There was a big party on the waiting line.
But you can't do that up here, so they're smart. Let everybody in and relax. We remember that crazy road, and letting everybody in early. This is a great
Them
camp.
were the days.
Great county fairgrounds compared to Santa Barbara's, which is basically on the cement.
Yeah,
It's
it's
pretty
Santa
cool.
Maria. That tells you a lot.
Yeah. So we do, as you know, we do a lot of original tunes and a lot of old-time blues. Sonny Terry and Brandon McGee are some of our favorites. That was one of their tunes. And then,
Yeah.
that's a long story, but maybe we'll tell tomorrow. We have a workshop tomorrow afternoon at 4. Things
Yeah,
will change
tomorrow.
around a little bit.
The
So,
schedule has changed a bit. Your schedule may have us playing tonight at Amy's Orca Lounge, which, of course, we've done in the past, but we're not there tonight, actually. We're doing a workshop tomorrow at 4 o'clock instead. So update your schedules. We would love to see you.
and when we do those workshops, we kind of play together a lot, so it's interesting, but we also split the instruments up. So if you've ever played guitar or harmonica, Tom and I are both, actually, believe it or not, teachers. Oh my God. Motley looking
That's
crew.
a problem right there.
But we're going back to 1928 right now. Get warmed up with a couple of the old ones that we like when we were younger.
You at festivals.
Well, not that. No, I wasn't alive in 1928.
I woke up this morning at the crack of noon. I reached in the closet and got me a pole. Went to the garden and got me a worm. Walked on down to the fishing hole. You said you're going fishing all the time, and I'm going fishing too. Bet your life, love and wife, I'll catch more fish than you. Any fish bite, you got good bait. Go ahead and do something I'd like to relate. Any fish bite, you got good bait. Papa going, mama going fishing, baby going fishing too. Put that worm right on that hook. Feeling so hungry, didn't know what to do. Spot them catfish swimming around. I'm gonna catch me a catfish too. You said you're going fishing all the time, and I'm going fishing too. Bet your life, love and wife, I'll catch more fish than you. Any fish bite, got good bait. Every little something I'd like to relate. Any fish bite, if you got good bait. Papa going fishing, mama going fishing, baby going fishing too. Let's go fishing. the skeleton slapping on the lid. Cut that catfish nice and brown, served with beans like Grandma did. He said you're going fishing all the time, and I'm going fishing too. Bet your life, loving a wife, I'll catch more fish than you. And if you spot it, you got good bait. Well, here's a little something I'd like to relate. And if you spot it, you got good bait. Papa going, Mama going fishing, baby going fishing too.
Fishing Blues. Henry Thomas originally wrote it. I think I heard Taj Mahal do it earlier when I was younger, but it's been done by, was it Henry Thomas?
I think Jim Kweskin did it also, and a whole lot of people did that song over the years. But we got one that's even earlier now. This one goes back to the 20s, and it's called My Baby Changed the Lock on the Door.
Not a good story.
That's not a good sign, you know, when you go home late at night and try to fit your key in the lock, and the lock don't fit no more.
The key don't fit.
Yeah, the key don't fit, yeah.
He was too bummed to notice, but it's happened to everybody now and then.
It's more of a Delta thing, a little slow. Yeah, she done changed that lock on my door. Yeah, somebody done changed. Yeah, she done changed that lock on my door. She said the key you got out there, buddy. Well, won't fit this old lock no more. I called her on the phone to see what I could bring. She whispered slow and easy and said, don't you bring a doggone thing, 'cause I don't change. Change that lock on the door. Say that key you got out there, friend. Oh, for this old lock no more. Through the window, see what I can see. Kissing my best friend.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
And I know it would be, 'cause he done changed. Well, she done changed that lock on the door. Said that key you got out there, buddy. Oh, 50 so lock no more.
Oh, he's crying outside. So sad.
Yes, my baby done changed. Well, she done changed that lock on the door. Yeah, somebody done changed. Well, she done changed that lock on my door. She said the key you got out there, buddy. Well, 50 so like no more.
All right.
Thank you all. She changed the lock on the door. That's what I wrote. Well, once I said both Kenny and I get a chance to do a bit of a guitar number for y'all, so I'd like to introduce you to my longtime musical compatriot, 40-something years here, Kenny Sultan, on a fingerstyle guitar piece. He'll tell you all about it. Here he is, Kenny Sultan.
A long time. Like I said before, you babysat me. I was a little kid, and now I babysat him. We realized that's a long time we were together. Anyway, it's great to be back up here at Strawberry. We haven't been up since the pandemic. We've been up here once, and it's a great, like I said, Fairgrounds, and we were at the Mather kid when we were younger. And I just remember some crazy stories. We're on a non-disclosure agreement, NDA, for the Mather stories, so I really can't explain much. But some of you who are camped near us probably know there were certain things, late night poker games, jam sessions, and stuff. So anyway, doing a solo here. Most of you know I can't sing, or I really kind of sing like crap. That's just a known thing. And we're having Tom Ball next to you. It's really nice because I like playing guitar. And if you ever, I know a lot of you guys play guitar, and you know, singing and playing at the same time, it's quite difficult because you got two things going. You got your rhythm, and then you got your voice, and you got the melody line, and you know, Tom can't do it, or you know, I'd be out of work because basically, if you see what I've been doing, the first song, okay, E, and I'm hanging out, and then I remember it's time to go to the A. Yeah, it is, okay. And he's out there doing everything, so it's not that hard over here. I'm still playing the same three chords I played when I was 7 and 8 years old. A little bit more complicated now, but since I don't sing, and I never did, what I did was, when I was younger, my older brother, who's great, anybody's a photographer, look up Larry Sultan, and you'll see the stuff he's done. He's no longer around, but world famous photographer guy. But he was also a musician, and gave me my first guitar when I was 7, and showed me some chords, and it was pretty cool. And now when you're younger, you know, your hands are smaller. We don't want to get into that whole other discussion. But anyway, so he showed me a C chord, and at that point, I could do it. I got it. All right. I go, am I there? He goes, no, you got to know more chords. And The trick is with Tom and I, most of our songs are only 3 chords. That was kind of a rule when I came in. We've expanded a little bit, but I figured, hey, 3-chord rule works pretty good. Some songs we have only 2 chords, and then if we do a hooker or, we rarely do a ZZ Top, but hang on the E. That's the 1-chord song. But keep going. And go, John Lee. All right, we're good. Everything cool out there? Sound good? Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna play a 3-song chord now. But what I decided to do when I was younger in California, you learn piano. That's what you. Back then they had music in schools. It was kind of cool, elementary school and everything. I was never very good at piano, but I would take the piano music and sneak back in my room. My brother helped me out on guitar, and I would sometimes, take some of the piano music and try to put it on the guitar. So the left hand of the piano player, which I had a little difficulty with, is my thumb here with this little blue pick on it. And you haven't noticed, I'm playing a lot of rhythm with my thumb. Or this is the rhythm instrument. Bass player, drummer, shows up every gig, don't have to pay him. Pretty cool. And these 2 fingers, these are little brass finger picks. They're kind of the show off. So lead guitar player and singer. So they're going the melody. And everybody thinks, oh man, that lead stuff's great. Yeah, there they are. They're always used to that. But the real thing, if you're a guitar player, rhythm guitar is everything. I mean, if you're listening to some of the greatest, you gotta have that good groove going. And so after, besides that story, real quick, I'm gonna play C, F, and G here. So my brother taught me C, and then he said, okay, the next chord you gotta learn is G. Now this, if you play guitar, is a little bigger spread between your fingers, and again, my hands were fairly small, and I was 8 now. So I'm trying to learn the G chord, and I got it finally. I got it right here. I said, okay, we're set. And he goes, nope, you gotta know the 1-4-5, which is the F chord. Now, I know some of you have tried the F chord, and so when I was, I guess about 8.5 or 9, here was my F at first. And he goes, that's not it. And I go, what the hell? So then at 9, I got, and then he goes, I tried these new ways to make it, and everybody does. But finally at 10, I finally got, and then he told me, you make that F chord. Now, if you move it up using a little theory, you have F, G, A, B, C, D. You got like 10 chords with that one shape. So don't ever give up for you guys playing guitars. As far as bar chords, I'd rather stick with the F. So we're gonna do C, F, and G here. And we have the left hand of the piano player, right hand of the piano player. And we'll see what comes up here, okay? No vocals. Thanks for you guys. threw an A minor in there, okay. Relative minor is C, so it was a 3.5 chord song. I cheated a little bit. Cheater.
Cheaters never prosper.
Cheater. All right. So we're gonna go back and do a little blues. Tom, on this. Big Bill?
A tune called Too Many Drivers at the Wheel.
Big Bill Brunsey?
Big Bill Brunsey wrote this tune. Yeah, he's one of our heroes. I remember Big Bill, but we had lots of records from the 20s to the 1950s. And probably recorded more than anybody else.
A lot of different styles, too.
Yeah, lots of different styles. He played solo, and then he played with almost like jazz groups. And sang a bunch, and played a bunch of instruments. One of our heroes. He died in the mid-50s. He wrote this tune way back when. It's called Too Many Drivers. I'm in love with you, baby. Please let me ride in the automobile. I'm in love with you, baby. Please let me ride in the automobile. And I know you got a good little car, darling, but you got too many drivers at the wheel. You got 2 drivers in the daytime. You got about 2 drivers at night. Ain't no 2 drivers gonna treat your little car right. Hey, baby. Please let me ride in an automobile. Well, I know you got a good little car, darling, but you got too many drivers at the wheel. Red busted, baby, and I'm in love with the little machine. Well, I'm the motor block, red busted, and I'm in love with the little machine. There ain't nothing wrong with the engine. You just been burning bad gasoline. Please let me ride in a fine automobile. I love you, baby. Please let me ride around in your fine automobile. But I know you got a good little car, darling, but you got too many drivers at the wheel.
appreciate it. What a beautiful night if you look around. This is really awesome
Yeah, it's
in this
great.
area. It's cooled down a little bit. You guys are in the shade up here now. Because about 2 hours ago when we got here, I looked out here and I'm like, damn. It was
It's gonna be warm.
gonna be warm, but now it's
Yeah, it's
very
perfect.
mellow and cool. Is it time for you to play?
We're gonna do a little tune here.
Oh no, not yet. Okay.
We got a telephone call once about 20 years ago from the Levi's Corporation of America, right? They offered us a big stack of money to make up a jingle about their jeans, and then we figure, well, what the hell? I mean, we actually wear them, so it's not like we're selling out, we're not doing a commercial about, spam or, some awful thing like that. So we made up this jingle, actually 2 of them, and one of them ran for years on the radio. You might have heard it. It was something about your lover might leave you, but your Levi's will never split. Yeah, okay. Pretty stupid. But it ran on the radio for a long, long time. Kenny bought Kenny a new car, actually, which is, this is lucrative stuff now.
Very lucrative.
I got a skateboard out of it.
Tom got a skateboard. He doesn't drive. So we got a
at that
fancy
point,
skateboard.
We kind of thought, well, what else can we sell? And so this is right about the time when the California State Lottery Commission kicked in. They had those little scratch-off things, And, so we thought, let's make up a jingle for the California State Lottery. So we did. We sent it to them. They came back with a big circle and slashed through it. They said, never send us anything again. So we turned it into a full-length song, and it became the title track to one of our old records that we did way back in the day for the Flying Fish record company. We used to work for Flying Fish. We had a whole bunch of... In fact, we have some vinyl with us. I just discovered deep in the bowels of my garage that I had some old vinyl, so we actually...
You got a box of vinyl records.
If you want to...
Those are more popular than CDs.
I guess they're coming around again from what I'm told, so... We have some with us. In fact, probably about 10 minutes after we get off the stage, we'll be over there at the merchandise booth, in case you're interested. But at any rate, so the song is called "I Want to Be Filthy Rich."
And the main reason was it isn't that the song is bad, is that we have 3 different versions of it, sort of PG, R, and an X. We accidentally sent them the X-rated version, or our manager did, and they just said, really? So we've calmed it down a little.
Oh, this is the PJ version. This is a family event. Filthy rich and hang around with some beautiful chicks and get respect wherever I go. I want to be rolling in dough. Won't somebody give me $1 million in cash? Well, I'm tired of being poor white trash. Don't want to eat no more cans of beans. I want to be a man of means. I want to smoke cigars, play guitar, and ride around in fancy cars and eat breakfast in bed. Well, overweight, feeling great every morning, sleeping late. If I only had the bread. Now I want somebody to answer my prayer and make me a billionaire. I make time with any woman I choose. I want to be Howard Hughes. cigars, play guitar, and ride around a fancy car, and eat breakfast in bed. Well, overweight, feeling great every morning, sleeping late. If I only had the bread now, well, I'd like to have a big amount tucked away in my bank account. Well, I'd be one happy son of a bitch if somebody would make me rich. Give me a penny, Benny, I want some dough, Joe. Give me some bread, Fred, I want some jing, bing. But I wanna be a filthy rich. That's right.
Thanks, everybody. Okay, now's the time to give Tom a guitar. I thought it was earlier. Okay, so some of you know this, of course. Tom plays a mean guitar, a great guitar. He's been playing longer than he's been playing harmonica, so that's a long time. And I said before, lucky for me, he can't sing and play at the same time. I'd be out of work.
It's too hard.
And I can't sing and play at the same time because I can't sing. But he can do both, but not at the same time. So he said he's feeling pretty good today. He wants me to tune it to drop D if anybody's a guitar player. I'm his roadie. And he uses my guitar too. It's kind of a lucky guitar.
For those of you who don't know, that is a Kenny Sultan signature model Martin guitar. Kenny was honored by the Martin Corporation.
Very lucky.
Yeah, they did Eric Clapton, they did Paul Simon, and they did Kenny Sultan.
But I'm way down there. Like I work myself up from the gutter to the curb. All right, we're gonna feature Tom here. And he said he's just feeling so good. He's gonna shred.
Yeah.
Let's just see what he's about.
Want the bag?
You just give me the whole bag and
Why am I putting a strap on when I'm sitting down?
yeah, I didn't want to fuck it up.
Well, one of my favorite guitarists when I was first learning to play was this guy from the Bahama Islands. He is actually from Andros Island. His name was Joseph Spence. And Spence, I don't know if you know him, he wasn't all that well known, but what happened was the Folkways record label sent Samuel Charters down to the Bahamas, and they said, with a little Wallensack tape recorder, this back in like 1958, and he said, go record some guitar players. So Charters goes down there and he finds this condominium construction site. Yeah, and there's a guitar player entertaining the builders on the side. Turns out this guy's name is Spence. And he used to be a sponge fisherman. Back then there was a lot of sponges down there, and they got fished out sometime in the 50s, which I think is the real reason why the ocean is rising today. I mean, think about it. There's no more sponges. So he wound up playing guitar, and Charters bought him a bottle of rum, and recorded him on his front porch. And they made this record. Now the problem was Spence was a gifted guitar player, but he had this habit of making noise while he played. So he'd go. So if you've ever heard any of his records, even on the back, instead of saying guitar and vocals by Joseph Spence, it says guitar and vocal sounds. It really does, by Joseph Spence. But I loved his guitar playing, And so they made this record and they sent it around, and it actually got some airplay in New York City. And they sent a copy down there to Spence, and they wrote him a letter that said, hey, how do you like your record? Are you happy with the way it came out? They got no response. So they waited about a year later and sent him another letter, it's back before email. How do you like your record, Spence? He says, I don't have a record player. So they felt really bad, so they took up a collection there, and they raised a couple $100 and bought him this beautiful stereo and speakers and sent it down there on a pallet. Wrote him a letter. How do you like your record, Spence? They didn't hear from him for another year. How do you like your record? He says, there's no electricity on the island. As far as I know, Spence never got a chance to hear his album. Kind of a shame, Here's a couple of his tunes.
Told you could play. That's pretty cool. So a little bit of an announcement. Originally, we were maybe going to be at Amy's this evening, but a band couldn't make it here, so Biggs gave us a call, switch us off to do a workshop tomorrow, which was cool.
Yeah, we're doing the workshop tomorrow about 4 o'clock on one of the other stages for Night Punch.
Yeah, and when we do the workshops, like I said earlier, I mean, we could just play a set, but that'd be kind of crazy. So it's nice to know, like, literally, okay, this is an $80 guitar I just found on the way up here at a thrift store. And these are $5 harmonicas, okay? So if you want to know how we make them sound decent, we talk a little bit about that while we're over there. And sometimes the only gig we have in Santa Barbara anymore that we play, you know, we don't do the bars or anything like that, but we love Cold Spring Tavern. If anyone's ever been there, yeah? How soulful is that spot? Oh my God.
Yeah, we've been playing up there
long time.
Long.
Over 1,000 times, sometimes more. But, you know, it's pretty amazing, you know, because when we're up there, we explain we're in the dirt. We are. We have no stage. We don't. We have no lights. We don't. We have no pedals.
No pedals.
And we have a cardboard box player that plays with us, who normally plays drums. He's playing a cardboard box with brushes, and we have these old
Every now and then
instruments.
we have a stand-up bass player too when he's around.
Yes.
So it's good fun up there at Cold Spring Tavern. Yeah, this place has been built. It was built as a stagecoach stop, actually, way back in the 1860s. And the good thing about the place is it hasn't changed one iota, because they realize if they change anything, the county will come in and make them change everything.
Yeah.
So they just leave well enough alone, right? So it's just like stepping back in time by about a century. So we enjoy playing up there at Cold Spring.
Yeah, ever in Santa Barbara, Sunday afternoons. Anyway, we got a tuner. We had a couple requests for this song, and we've been doing this for a while. I first heard it, I believe, by Wynonie Harris, or Asleep at the Wheel, I think. And then Tom says it was written by somebody before that.
Yeah, I can't remember.
No, the guy from the Palomino.
Palomino Club down in Los Angeles.
In San Fernando Valley. Who owned the Palomino Club? You know.
I can't remember.
You do know.
Brain cramp.
No. Sorry we put on this show for you guys, but we've known each other forever, okay? How many of you been married 45 years, okay? Figure it out, all right? You don't know. Okay, we'll say Wynonie Harris and Asleep at the Wheel did this song. And we learned it, and now we're doing it now because I've had two requests from David.
Sensitive, another sensitive love song. Don't roll those bloodshot eyes at me.
And hang on one moment. Tom's in drop D, so I gotta tune him back here. Drop D means that you take this high, the low E string,
Down
and you
two
drop
steps.
down a whole step to D. So when you play in D, you have all 6 strings you can play. It's actually pretty cool, except when you're the one who has to tune it all the time.
He's got a tuner.
I got an ear. What key?
That's right.
No, we're cool. A. Key of A. We're treating this like we're at a little private backyard party. I mean, we're kind of loose right
It
here.
won't fit in my backyard.
No, this is an awesome backyard.
Just because you're pretty, you think you're mighty wise. You tell me that you love me, then roll those big brown eyes. Well, last week when I saw you, your eyes were turning black. Go find a guy who kicked you out and ask him to take you back. And don't hold those bloodshot eyes at me. Well, I can tell that you've been out on me. And it's plain that you're lying when you say you've been crying. So don't hold those bloodshot eyes at me. Spend my money to dress you up real sweet, but I wanted to be proud of you when you walk down the street. And I don't ask me to dress you up in satin and in silk. Your eyes look like 2 tomatoes in a glass of buttermilk. No whole bloodshot eyes on me, but I can tell that you've been out on a spree. And it's plain that you're lying. You say you've been crying, so don't hold those bloodshot eyes with me. Yes, our little romance is finally simmered down. You should go join the circus. You'd make a real good clown. Your eyes look like a road map. I'm afraid to smell your breath. You better shut your peepers before you bleed to death. Oh, those bloodshot eyes on me. Well, I can tell that you've been out on a spree. And it's plain that you're lying when you say you've been crying. So don't hold those bloodshot eyes on me. Don't hold those bloodshot eyes on me.
All right, that's for David. Thank you. Bloodshot eyes. We got time for a couple more. Let's slow it down a little bit.
Well, my mama told me a long time ago, she said, son, you had better take it slow. Well, you keep on drinking and gambling, staying out all night, just living in a fool's paradise. Well, my mama told me, Papa told me too. He said, son, well, it's gonna catch up with you. Yeah, you keep on drinking and gambling, staying out all night, you're just living in a fool's paradise. Well now, and I learned my lesson.
He has not learned his lesson yet.
Just like every other fool I've met.
I can testify to that.
Well, the things that I've learned in this old world, yes, I can never forget. Oh, yeah, my mama told me. She sat right down and cried. She said, son, you just committed suicide. Well, if you keep on drinking and gambling, staying out all night, you're just living in a fool's paradise. I broke my lesson.
You finally did, I think.
Just like every other fool I've met.
That'd be me, I
Yeah, the things that I've learned in this old world. Yes, I can never forget. Well, yeah, my mama told me. sat right down and cried. She said, son, you just committed suicide. Well, if you keep on drinking and dabbing, hanging out all night at the Strawberry Music Festival.
Oh, no, not good.
Just living in a fool's paradise. Well, yes, you are. Yeah, you're just living in a fool's paradise.
Fool's Paradise. Hanging out at Strawberry.
Thank you all.
Oh, this is a
This has been
lovely
great.
hour.
It's been a
right
few
now.
years since we've been up here, and we love it up here. And gosh,
Great time to play. Cool down right now. This is a really good time. Tom and I afterwards, as you said earlier, will be at whatever booth they bring us over to if you're
yeah, we'll be
interested.
over there at the merch booth in case you want to buy some.
Now we have some CDs, but we know you have garage fulls too, so and you want to sell those. So maybe we can do a trade, you know.
We got a few LPs in there and some books too.
Well, we got LPs, yeah, but 15 years to one of ours or something like that. We don't know. And then tomorrow we're doing that workshop at 4 o'clock, and I think at the Pine Tree stage. You guys will probably figure it out. We're not sure, but it's in between main stage shows, so that's pretty cool. And
got time for one more tune here.
what else we got to say to anybody? Well, we know so many of you from the old days. You know, I mean, it's incredible. Remember that? Oh, well, not really.
Keep all those stories to yourselves now.
I don't remember much of any of those.
We got a tune here. Gosh, we made this tune up at the Sierra Nevada Brewery in Chico. Yeah, we had to come up with a new tune. We had about half an hour to run, so we came up with a tune called "I Found the Perfect Woman."
Now,
We're
if you've been to Chico before, Chico has that great spot, the Sierra Nevada Brewery, which is a great concert hall. And you know, so we got there early. We played there a couple times. We got there early one time, and this is before they would have labeled the beer like it's going to be really strong. So they said it's kind of like barley wine, but we can't call it that. So you know, here's a couple beers. We found it was 12%.
12%. Yeah.
And we're like, okay, what's this stuff? And then we, well, let's write a song. And then, you know, we had to, obviously redo it a dozen times, but we're going to end up with this one. And we'll see you guys afterwards over there, or tomorrow, or tonight. We're hanging around. We love Strawberry, so we'll be here at least till Saturday or most of the
Thank y'all for
weekend.
showing up so early. We appreciate that.
Yes.
Well, I found the perfect woman, boys, who could ask for more. She's smart and pretty and young and witty and owns a liquor store. Yes, she also is my landlady, doesn't charge me rent. Yes, she don't care if I lose my hair or where my money went. Yeah, she cooks like Betty Crocker and drinks like old Dean Martin. Well, she got more dough than Ross Perot. She's built like Dolly Parton. Yeah, she's the perfect woman, boy. She don't care if I snore. She lets me hold the remote control, and she owns a liquor store. perfect woman, boys, my love forevermore. She plays guitars and smokes cigars and owns a liquor store. Yeah, she also is my attorney. She keeps me out of jail. She don't get mad about the fun I hand. She always goes by bail. She cleans house like Felix Unger.
Uh-oh.
She can dance like Ginger Rogers.
We're in trouble,
Yeah,
Tom.
she looks so pleasing, and she's got season tickets to the Dodgers. Yeah, she's
Okay, we need a rhyme for giants. You got one, bring it up after the show. We knew that'd be a real bummer. So what rhymes with giants? You got an idea, let us know. But we like the Giants, you know, we got nothing against them. It's all good.
Part of the job is watching.
Hey, Tone, I'll give it to you over the pen.
Well, she bakes like Sarah Lee, and she fights like Billy Martin. Well, she got more bread than the Grateful Dead. She's put together like Dolly Parton. She's the perfect woman, boys, knows all the baseball scores. Well, she's got smarts and never farts, and owns a chain of liquor store.
I just gotta give you a hug. I gotta give you a hug.
Thanks, everybody. We appreciate it. We'll see you later over there. We'll see you tomorrow, okay? You've been a really nice crowd. Thank you.
My sisters have both of them replaced. And she's far.
They said,
We're gonna put you out.
go at it. Thank you guys. You're really nice. We appreciate that so much. And we knew the Dodger thing would just roll in crap here. Hey, Sandy. How you doing?
Yeah, when we play Boston, it's hard to find a rhyme for.
We do have rhymes for a couple cities, though.
It's not, you know,
No, we travel like Green Bay Packers. We got something for, and then we got something for.
there's profane rhymes for White Sox and Red Sox, but we won't.
No, we don't go there. Which one? Oh, compliance?
Lions, Giants.
That rhyme, that's good.
Oh, science. Okay. All right. We're pretty stupid. We should have figured that out. We both graduated, you know. Students and science.
Is it
Yeah.
science fiction?
No, science. We just got to get the lines before it. All right.
Giants fiction.
All right, well, let's not talk about how we
No,
write
no,
songs. All right,
no. We
so-
don't want to get beat up tonight. We got a quick tune here called Too Much Fun, and we'd like to do it for you. You all probably know that tune. It was done years ago by, I believe, Commander Cody. I think a couple of his sidemen wrote the tune.
Yeah. We originally heard this from the Commander Cody and Lost Planet Airmen. We love those guys. And back then, David Bromberg, and, you know, that little era there. We had, you know, all these cats. And so some of the words are a little bit dated, and we've updated some of them, but someone probably get yanked right now on TV. But we like to end up this song at Cold Springs. And maybe it's true with Strawberry, because the whole deal of it is, you know, somebody went to jail for having too much fun. And when we do it, we usually end the song up in Cold Springs, and it's like, you know, you
Some
can
of
never
those
have
guys
too,
do end up in jail,
you can't have too much fun up there, and then nobody should be put in jail for having too much fun,
unless you're driving home.
unless you're driving home. Well, okay. Anyway, another story. Okay, so that's Strawberry. You can't have too much fun with Strawberry.
Get out of my way, small time clown. Big time fun is coming to town. Drinking whiskey and playing draw. Trying to keep away from the law. And now the party has just begun. Going to jail for having too much fun. Oh, well, too much fun. That's news to me. Too much fun. just can't beat. A whole lot of things that I never done. I ain't never had too much fun. 17, new to LA, and I was willing to show it the way. Cruising up Sunset and back down Zion. I like her and she like mine. Well, the police come and said, look here, son, you can't do that, it's just too much fun. Well, too much fun, it's news to me. Too much fun, there must be a whole lot of things that I never done. I ain't never had too much fun. Small time hicks. Me and the boss is out for kicks. So shuffle the cards, roll the dice. We're looking for fun. We can pay the price. Hey, if you see the police, we're gonna run. We ain't gonna chill. We're having too much fun. Well, too much fun. It's news to me. Too much fun. I just can't be a whole lot of things that I never done. I ain't never had too much fun. Every story got a moral and mine does too. Be careful whatever you do. Life is short and talk is cheap. Before you get in too deep, remember public enemy number one. Well, because I want to have too much fun. Well, too much fun. It's news to me. Too much fun. Just can't be a whole lot of things that I never done. I ain't never had too much fun. Well, too much fun. Too much fun. Too much fun. Too much fun. There's a whole lot of things that I never done. I ain't never had too much fun. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone. Good music coming up tonight. We've been hearing it backstage, so you have a great night ahead of you guys, all right?
Tom Ball and Kenny Sultan, folks.